Welcome everybody to the Clash at the Castle predictions video. We're cutting it a little close today because the castles are clashing kind of early over here at the East Coast. I'm so tired and so excited. If this is your first time at the Casualeann That Wrestling Fan channel, hello. Have a look around. After you finish watching the video, of course, leave a like, a comment, let me know what you think, share this video, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope you enjoy what you see. So the first of our scene stealers is Edge and Rey Mysterio with Dominic versus the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Damian Priest with Rhea Ripley. Hear me out, wonderful coins always spring from that well. The X Factor, Rhea Ripley, has thoroughly entranced Dominic Mysterio. And on Raw, after weeks of abuse, he still could not bring himself to blast her with that chair. Okay, anyway. On top of that, the Judgment Day have been grooming him, trying to put doubts in his mind about the places he'll go or not if he remains with his father. What's more, Rey does little to console Dom when Edge accidentally spears him again. And above all, he doesn't choose Dominic to fight with him in this tag team match, asking him instead to be in their corner. Now, I do agree that this is the moment that Dominic turns, but I don't believe it'll be enough to cost Edge and Rey the victory. Whether Dom flubs it up somehow, waits to destroy him until after the match, or Edge anticipates it and has silently prepared for him. Either way, you still got room to grow with the story, because I say following that shot to the heart, Rey realizes now how much the win really didn't matter to him. He didn't choose his son to stand at his side in the ring when it really counted. And so now, he's lost the most important prize a father can possess, the love of his child. With that, I could see Dom donning a La Parka type look, but with face paint as opposed to the mask. The mask being something his father refused to give him, and the choice of face paint being more evocative of Finn Balor's demon, since Dom's playing for that side now. But as far as the match at Clash goes, Edge and Rey will come out on top. But what of our 6-woman tag bout? Bianca, Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. I know folks may see a loss of steam in Bayley's faction since her charges didn't capture the women's tag team championships. But as I've offered in the Raw Talk streams, I don't think they really needed it, because they're part of the biggest faction in the division now, or the only faction in the division, right under the care of one of the top women in the company. There's time enough for them to become champions eventually, but they just got here. Aaliyah and Raquel needed the boost, and they'll grow into the championships until they outgrow them. Plus, Kai and Sky have already gotten the boost of landing a black eye to Asuka and Alexa in the semifinals. That's huge for them. As for the fight, we're gonna say that some legal red tape has been cleared, that someone has received their green card. The faces are plucked from the arms of defeat by Wales' own Tegan Knox. She ensures that the rest of the fight is fair, which doesn't last much longer after Kai takes a KOD from the EST. Belair, Asuka, and Bliss are victorious. We come to one of the matches I'm anticipating most, the Intercontinental Championship match between Gunther and Sheamus. The build, particularly over the past couple of weeks, has been fascinating. That toe-to-toe segment in which Ludwig and Butch did their best to annihilate each other while Gunther and Sheamus just stood there was exciting, frustrating, hysterical, all of that at the same time. The line about Gunther chopping his chest into bloody bits and destroying Sheamus showed Gunther can actually get it on the mic too. And Sheamus brought in the respect factor with him seeing himself in Gunther, making him the de facto babyface, and doing it for a deeper reason than, oh, he's from the UK. But I believe last night's Smackdown gave this one away, with Pete Dunne in a Butch disguise completely humiliating Ludwig Kaiser. Didn't like Ludwig being embarrassed, by the way. However, having the 3 of them at Clash, especially with Dunne fully restored, will drive the crowd to the brink of elated insanity, which is good. Because Gunther is going to be bringing that chopping heat, avenging Ludwig's loss, and bringing honor and prestige back to this noteworthy duo. Gunther retains, but not before the two of them are covered in cuts, scratches, bruises, chopped up chests. It's gonna be rough is what I'm saying. The SmackDown Women's Championship will be defended by the Watch Meet babyface Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler. Baszler's feeling less a bad guy these days and more like a brutal contender, someone desiring to prove she's the best in the most dominant fashion possible. It comes at an unfortunate time though, because Liv needs to be champion a little bit longer to get some legitimacy, and Triple H knows it. So with some possible assistance from a returning Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan will retain, but hopefully it'll still be really competitive so everyone knows how badly Liv deserves to keep the belt. In the matter of Matt Riddle v Seth Rollins, this has become a juicy piece of entertainment right here, with one of the best side-by-side interviews I've ever seen. They did not hold back with bringing each other's families in. It was just amazing. I go into more detail about it on their Raw Talk review stream. Check that out. But the opportunity exists for both wrestlers to be elevated here. We're a bit used to seeing Riddle be beaten, so if done correctly, I don't think another loss will do him much harm. But what is the right way? A ring classic that becomes match of the night. And you have the right men for it. Seth Rollins is one of the hardest people working on their roster, Riddle as well. And if they're given 20, 25 minutes to put on a vicious contest with counters and near falls and anticipations of one another's moves, just excitement from bell to bell, Seth Rollins can continue to repair his winning reputation while Riddle wins the esteem of the visionary. It can be one of those rivalries that you watch turn into mutual respect as the match goes on. Seth Rollins wins, but both men are elevated by the ring war. And to end Clash at the Castle, we have a brutal, battling main event. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. This has been a rivalry of images. Last Friday, there was this posture, this image at the end of every member of the bloodline, each participant in the havoc. These agents of doom for this beloved good guy that was without question the image that will stay in everyone's minds. You have the enthusiastic Jimmy, the down for it, but now questioning a little bit Jay, Sammy, the counterfeit Oos, low on toner, and the tribal chief, perched atop his island in a simple steel throne, bowed with the weight of his musculature and these two gigantic belts over the vanquished, Drew McIntyre, as defenseless as he could possibly be, splayed beneath Roman, under the chair, arms open, powerful, like something out of a graphic novel. Then, last night, you have Roman proving the SmackDown Warriors' point, blurring the lines of reality a little bit, about him not being around a lot. He can't even make it to SmackDown until it's time for the celebration, but that's alright. Even his pride fails him here, and it doesn't keep him from getting a boot in his face, and from that, Drew lays out Sammy, Jimmy, and Jay to raise his hand high above his head in triumph. Images, images, images. But let's take the time to acknowledge a particular theory about a possible end, especially where separations go. One's there being a secret clause that the main event at Clash at the Castle is only for one championship. Now, Drew winning the WWE Championship puts him back on Raw. He's not the SmackDown Warrior anymore, but it's solving your top title babyface vacuum that's on Raw until Cody Rhodes comes back. Rollins could have a go at Drew in his own quest to become champion, maybe even eventually, not now, to reunify the championships. On the other hand, having the Universal title keeps Drew on SmackDown, but ends Roman's 2-year-long dominant reign, a key part of his character right now. But how could any of these separations happen? You could have a kickoff show announcement or SmackDown Lowdown. Paul Heyman's been gone supposedly because Brock F5'd him through a table at SummerSlam. But maybe part of it is because he's been in secret negotiations. So we find out during the kickoff or SmackDown Lowdown that the match is only for the WWE Championship. I wouldn't like it, and it would be one of those annoying stipulations that gave away the finish. But hey, it's not like WWE don't do that all the time already. so at least Drew could be awarded one in his sort of homeland. But what if you don't want to spoil the result to get to that separation? I think there's a way around this too, but admittedly, it would lean on Drew's power of delivery and the extent to which fans buy into him as a genuine, selfless sort of hero. In this plot turn, we'll say just like he wanted to become Undisputed Champion to give the fans a full-time champion, he now sees himself as WWE's warrior, but also its soul, its conscience. He realizes now as Undisputed Champion, the soul of WWE, that Smackdown actually needs its own title. But Smackdown's his home, where he cut his teeth as the chosen one, so he will not abandon them. And so he is, with a heavy heart, vacating the WWE Championship. Now this keeps the Universal Championship in its lofty position, and let's face it, the WWE Championship of late has been the kind of plot puck of the two championships, so it won't be that big of a deal to kind of exploit its lesser standing, because the champion is going to make the belt, not the other way around. The Bloodline can then go on a villainous mission to take over Raw and claim the now vacant WWE Championship. And WWE can do like a cross-brand 8 or 10 pack challenge. How many packs can you have? I'm flabby. I can't lift up my shirt to count. With Baron Corbin, Ricochet, Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura, Roman Reigns, and Bobby Lashley to determine who's going to be the new WWE champion. There's something about that that's quite endearing to me. So, what's actually going to happen? As much as my gut says to never bet against the Tribal Chief until at least May of 2023, Drew will win outright to ensure Clash at the Castle is amazing and fans go home happy. This gives WWE its full-time champion. Drew has his crowning moment in his home area of islands, and he gets to earn a championship in front of live fans. Finally, after carrying them through a global pandemic. This can also freshen the Bloodline as they attempt to regroup. Roman can need fresh blood as he struggles to find a way forward, and that's where the Usos' brother and NXT star Solo Sikoa can come in, which also could lead to them not needing Sami as much. Sikoa can fall more on the side of Jay rather than Jimmy, and feud with Sami, participating Sami's face turn and lighting a fire under him to go to Raw, team with KO, and strip all the remaining gold from the Bloodline. So, what do you all think? Where does Clash at the Castle land for you in excitement, and who walks away as champions? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like this video, comment on it, share, subscribe, and tap that bell icon to make sure you get notifications for when new videos come out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.